Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. I snuck on here. I didn't let you guys know that I was coming on. I'm so sneaky like that. I realize it's because I had to run to the store to get me a drink. So I was out of Red Bulls. Hi Danny. How are you? So what's up, you guys? How's it been going? Hi Cindy. I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. Very well, very well. And tonight during tonight's live, I'm gonna be going over a bunch of these. I have 4 of them. Yeah, and I think all of these were done in the vortex, and they all look really good. So I'm really happy with the vortex castings that I've been doing. I've had only positive reviews with that thus far, and so I'm really excited about it. And I got the gods some cigars for their altars. Nice. They smell good. Hi. I had to get my glasses on. I think it's Andrew, but I could be wrong. Is it Andrew? Let me see. Oh, for goodness sakes. Am I ever going to have clean glasses? Ever? Is it ever going to happen? Hi, Kari. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but that's okay. Oh, it is. How are you, sweetheart? I wish that they would let us like change the font, because your guys' name come up in a bubble letter and I can't see bubble letters without my glasses on. Hi, Sue. Sometimes I can, I guess. But when they all look the same, it's hard. Hi, Optimus Prime. I was just talking to you. I was just talking to you. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start tonight. We have so many things. Hi, Tammy. I'm fantastic. Super good. I think my body has finally adjusted to the pulling of all the vortexes. Thank goodness, because let me tell you what, it was kicking my ass. No joke. Like, I don't think I've ever been so tired in my life as when I first started working with the vortex. Like, it was like pulling the energy down and out of you. Hi, Nikki. Welcome. I watch your videos. This is the first time I'm awake during a live. I'm sure, sweetie. I am always on so freaking late, and that's just how I roll. Everything for me is going awesome, you guys. Akate is just blessing me. And hi, WM. And I couldn't be happier. And I'm adjusting to the energy of the vortex, which is really good, because I still have a lot of opening other vortexes to do with my mirror and everything. Sorry, I always miss your videos. Well, you didn't today, so that's awesome. Good job. I'm glad you're here. Who are you? Oh, Rachel. Hi. Hi, Doreen. Hi, Blue. Did you see my pictures? You always look good, even if you're tired. Oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you to say. Um, your candle pictures? I did. They were cool. That's awesome. The ones you posted on the Coven page. Yeah, they were really neat looking. Do you guys want to start? You guys want to jump into this? To these boosters, these vortex boosters. I have so many of them. I was trying to figure out why this one was separate, but now I know. Because this one's divorce, this is love, love, and this one's prosperity. That's why. So this one was kept in its own vortex, separate from the love vortexes. So let's see. Oh, and this is for L, a divorce booster for LH. Oh, yes, you're going in a pocket this week, girlfriend. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, my gosh. This came out really good. Hi, Sue. Hi, Doreen. You also from SA? Yes, she is. I took some mirror pictures and I need to post them on Facebook. You should. Are you going to post them on the Coven so I could see them? Okay, LH. There's a little bit of residue at the top. But that could be just from the foil gathering up there, you know? But if I don't look at that part and I just look how freaking perfect and clear it is like it burned all the way down. It looks really good, girl. Like, I think this might be the best one you've ever had. So I'm happy about this. This is good. We're off to a good start. Okay. I like it. Okay, next. Oh, I wanted to do. Okay, remember how the one broke and I said I was going to redo it, the prosperity one, and then I did a candle reading for her, and I'm going to be doing later in the week, or even maybe for her next week. I'm not sure yet, but a protection for her and her family because after I did her candle reading and I was trying to figure out what everything meant, I did a video chat with her. And it made perfect sense after I talked to her about everything that I said, and we were able to fit it all in and figure it all out. And so her and her whole family is going to have to go in the protection of the trident. So I'm going to be doing that with her this week. I have some stuff that I have to send out to her to seal her kids' rooms, and all kinds of craziness went on. But this time, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, all the writing is not there anymore. But this was on there. That's your, oh, and this is for BH. And, wow. I know I say that this is perfect. It's so weird. Like I could see the prosperity. I could see the word right there, but like all the ink is gone off of it, and but you could see the writing on it, but you just can't tell. You can't see the ink. But look at how perfect. Like, there's some wax that dripped on this side, but that's not nothing. That's just from the foil and probably from me looking in it. But look at how clear. Look at that. Wow. So I think that we finally got our breakthrough. Yes. Isn't that crazy? That's awesome, huh? She needed some good news, let me tell you. Woo. Well, she's had a lot of good news this week. But we are going to be putting them into a protection. I have a few of them that I'm going to be doing this week for people. People are really starting to be consciously aware of their surroundings and of the energies that are around them. I think that once you learn to recognize the energy and you recognize it, and when you feel it and you're like, hey, that energy is not right, it's not mine, it shouldn't be on me. And I think that the more people do witchcraft or have witchcraft done for them, the more they recognize the different types of energy, and they know like what's good and what's bad, and that's not supposed to be there, kind of thing, and so they're like, people are just waking up, spiritually, and knowing that what belongs and doesn't belong, and so they're going, hey, I need this shit removed, get it off me. And so that's what we're doing. Okay, so for this one is a love casting booster for TS and H. I don't know why I wrote it like that, but I did. It's so weird to me that the writing kind of blurred like that, because look at how it, I don't know if you can tell. Do you see how it blurred? Isn't that weird? Because it was just sitting in the vortex. No one's touched it. No one's done anything to it. I wonder if that's like from the vibrations or something. Because it's like all like blurred. It's energy. It's interesting, is what I meant to say. Very interesting. It's a whole new learning experience. Seeing how things react to different things, and witchcraft is so fun. And this, oh my gosh. Okay, this one's kind of messy because I put the herbs on the, on the glass. I'll try to wipe it off. It's on the outside. I'll try to wipe it off so you can see it. Oh, this for TS. TS, darling. Look at this. For you and H. This is perfect. Look at that. I don't want to show names. Hang on. I'm trying to keep the name part secret. Look at how clear. Wow, you guys. I may have stumbled upon something. I know I'm a dork. I can't help it. Looks really good, sister. Dang. We've had a time with these boosters lately, too. Looks like I finally found a way to get that energy flowing really good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Do you have fun? Oh, do you have a fan blowing? No, I don't. No fans, because I hear wind or something that sounds like wind in the background. No, I have the window open and sometimes a car drives by. Maybe that's what you hear. There's nothing on. Nope. I had one on earlier when I first came in and I turned it off. So there's nothing on. Okay, so this is I have no idea what this says. This is love something. Oh, love binding. It's a B for EB. And this one did the same kind of a little blurry thing. It's really weird. Okay, well, let's have a look-see. EB, this one is for you. Well, this one came out really good, but not as good as the others. But it still looks good. I'll get a good reading. I'm trying to get that part of the picture stuck to the outside of it. I'm trying to get that off, but it's not coming off. It looks good, but you're gonna have a lot of burned all the way down. Let me see. Okay. So the cloudiness that I see, all this cloudiness, it's not like, look, it's not like smearing. Do you see that? It's not smearing. So that tells me that they're working on it. Like you have happiness, marriage, success, commitment, obsession, love, open communication. Yeah, so happiness. Okay, yeah. All that good stuff is on here. There's some other things too, but so you're gonna go through some stuff. You have some divine energy working on it to help you. It might be a little while, just a little while, because they're working on it. You have a little bit of, you have a lot of divine energy working on your behalf, though. But the bottom's clear as a bell, but they're working on it all through up here. So it looks good. Burned all the way down. That is a good burn. They're all good burns. Yay! Here's the pictures. The pictures and everything that I put on there. Sorry. Whoa. Nice. Sorry, I missed that. What'd you say? DMA. Hey, Blue. Hi. Congratulations, everyone, on the boosters. They all look so good. That's good. Very good. Very, very good. I'm happy. Makes me happy. Yes. I feel like we have a breakthrough, people. Yeah. Congratulations, everyone, for the good news. All right. So, here's the deal with this. Okay. Wait. Back up. Okay, let me see. Wait. Okay, so I want to talk a little for 1 second. Hey, Blue, do you need to do a booster for mine? I don't know yet. Before I say anything like that, let me check where all your stuff is. I need to know, like, you need to email me and ask me so that I can compare emails and see when I cast for you last and, you know, that kind of thing. Like, if I just did it, then no, you should wait a little while, you know. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things from the Coven page. I had to, okay, so for one thing, there's no soliciting on the Blue Witch Coven page on Facebook. No soliciting. And I'm not even going to try to tell you or talk to you about it or explain myself to you why I don't allow. I'm not doing any of that anymore. So if you do it, you're removed instantly. I don't have time to play with it. And so if you solicit on that page, you'll be removed instantly. That's it. All done. And oh my gosh, the testimonies have been rolling in, and I don't want to post them all. I mean, I'll post some of them, you guys, but there's just, I don't want the whole Coven page to just be testimony, 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 testimony. You know what I mean? Like I love that you guys are sending me testimonies, and I will post them. You know, I'll post no more than, we'll say, 2 a day. So send in your testimonies, it's fine. And um and your letters if you want to, but I can't. How's the mirror coming? Hi, Shelly. It's good. I got these little metal corner things that I was waiting for to put on Akate's crown plate that goes at the top of the mirror, and I finally got them in. So I'm gonna be attaching those to her crown plate, and then I have to wait, I think, until a dark moon. Excuse me, a dark moon, and then after the during the dark moon is when I'll be doing that ritual and opening it. But I really think that Akate's been allowing me this grace period to do all of these cauldrons, the cauldron vortex, to help my body adjust for when I do that. Because I had no idea that it would be affecting me, like energy wise. I thought, I don't know why. I just didn't even think about it, which was really foolish of me. I should have realized that it was going to kick my ass. Just like when you do when you start working with a new god, or you know, or a gatekeeper or whatever, of course you're going to feel that energy shift in your body. Your physical body's going to feel it and react to it differently. And so I didn't even think about that happening. So I really think that she's been allowing me to do these and had me do these for this very reason. Because as soon as I do, it's going to be a lot to handle. But now I think it won't be so hard for me, maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the plan. But I think that's why she did that, you know? She's so smart. She always knows how to fix things. How about you make a photo album and add them to the album? I don't have time to do that, sweetie. Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. I barely have time to read my email, much less make an album. You have to realize that, like, what I do can, like, it takes a lot of time to do all this stuff. I have so many projects going, um, doing my practice, not just the castings for you guys, but I'm doing, you know, I have a study group that I host. For the Queen of Hell, for the Primal Current, I have, you know, rites and rituals. I have offerings. I have dedications that I do with them. I have to keep this whole thing cleaned, and my everything organized, and that right there is like a 2-person, 3-person job. Plus I have to take care of my daughter and my family, my pets. You know, there's just no way. I don't have time to do extra little things like that. That would be nice, but no. Maybe someday I'll have a helper that could do things like that for me, but I don't right now. It's just me. I'm the only one here. So no. But yeah, and not only that, but I have like over 1,000, and so there's no way that I could, you know, there's no way I could do that. So when you guys send testimonies, what will help me, when you send testimonies, if you put in the description title of the email, write testimony, and then that'll help me pick it out. Like, cause when everybody was wanting Fire Ant Hill testimonies, I was like, well, I have a bunch of those, but I don't have time to like read through all the emails to find them. And so I just picked out the ones that said testimony, and then those were the ones I used. And so I just pulled those out and used those ones. And oh, that's what else I wanted to talk about. Okay, so the one that I posted about the girl who put her ex-boyfriend in the fire ant hill, and then when his life's falling apart and stuff, and then she's going, well, I don't want all this to happen. Well, um I'm not gonna, I can't stand over the fire ant hill and say, hey, fire ants, could you be easy on this so and so person that you have in there, because now, so his girlfriend feels guilty or whatever, or his ex-girlfriend feels guilty now. I can't do that. I'm not going to. And so just trust, like Optimus Prime posted in there. He posted a really better way of looking at it. He might need, like he said, he's Optimus Prime said something in there that was 100% spot on. That, yeah, she was cursing him. I know. But he said maybe the gods want him in that place because then that's going to strip and remove all the bad influences in his life. That's going to make him rethink his life and miss you, the ex girlfriend, and want her back and all of this stuff. And yeah, I don't know, Optimus. I don't know. And so you can't dictate to the universe, to the gods, on how to do their work. You have to let them do they know what's going on. They know everything. And they know how that person's thinking, what that person's needs to be adjusted in their life. They know what it's going to take to get them there. And even though you're going to feel bad about it because you're kind of the one who put it all in motion, you're still going to have to let him do it, even if you don't like it, even if it's hard. And I change, don't do it. You can't change your mind. You can't curse him and then take it back. I mean, I could do a curse removal, I suppose, but not when it's only been a couple of weeks. I mean, come on. Let it ride out, let it finish. um he's not going to do that long. It's not, just let him think that, let it do its thing, let it finish. And then, in a few months, maybe if you want to do a curse removal, then ask me to do that, and maybe then I'll do it. Maybe not. And that's why when I tell you guys that these strip and removes, these fire ant hill curses that you guys are doing on people are no joke. Like, when I say they will destroy their lives, they will dismantle them. I fucking mean it. I don't say that stuff to you guys because I'm just exaggerating, because I'm not. I'm fucking serious. It will destroy them. And a lot of times people won't even know, they don't stay in contact with that person anymore or whatever, so they don't even know like all the stuff that they're going through. Um, I have had numerous poppet people um, with very similar testimonies where they could feel the binding around them and they're tight and they can't breathe and they're in pain, um, and they're like going through really hard times, and they're learning to treat people better with it. So, I mean, it's not a nice way to learn, but some people are fucking assholes and do dipshit things to their wives and their families, and then they end up in a fucking poppet, and then they're like, oh, and that's why, and that's what happens, and that's why it's a curse, and it's not a joke, it's a real curse. And so you guys have to realize that when you're doing these things, you're fucking them up. Like, they're learning the hard way. And it's not a joke. It's not to be taken lightly. And I think a lot of people do it, and then um and it's taken lightly, and then they're like, "Oh, hold on, Blue. Hold on for what?" Hi, Red. But yeah, so like, you guys just take it serious, like it's serious. I don't know what else to tell you. Anything to get the results. Well, okay, so here's how I feel about it. Okay, like okay, so say you spent 4 years of your life with someone. Just an example. You spend, 4 years of your life with someone, you give them everything you have. Like you give them all your love. You do everything you can do to make their lives better. You love them and nurture them and support them and lift them, and they make all kinds of promises to you. You make future plans together. Everything's beautiful, and then you find out that they're fucking cheating on you, or that they're seeing someone else, or all of these things happen, and then you're like, what the fuck? you know um you promised me. And a lot of these people have children together and things like this, and I'm like, hold up, no, you can't just you have made commitments, and you have responsibilities to that person, and you can't just be like, oh, peace out, fuck off and whatever, and think that you're gonna just get away with it because you're gonna end up in a poppet. So if you want to be single and date, fine, be single and date, but don't try to be doing both. So anyways, for those people that do these things, yes, you're going to end up in a poppet. Hi Red. Oh, that's what you meant by hold on. Okay. Yeah, you're going to end up in it. And then you're gonna whatever happens to you is gonna happen, because that's what it takes to make you realize what you did, and to you know put you in check, so to speak. And I got some stuff coming up. I'm really excited about. Who's that, Mystic? Hi, Mystic. And is it given that manifesting result of a curse will come to a caster via grapevine, even if it did not ask for it from helpers, deities, etc. I'm not sure what you're asking. Is it given that manifesting results of a curse will come to the caster? I don't know what you're. I don't get it. I don't know what you're saying, sweetie. Late again. Doing your altars. That's okay. That always comes first. Um, but thank you. Who is that? Oh, Witchy Mom. Thanks, Witchy Mom. Hi, Witchy Mom. Have you ever used a doom candle? Yeah, but I do my own, like, I don't know. Just lighting a candle's not enough for me. I want to, like, if I'm gonna do a curse, then I'm gonna do it, you know, do a curse. Not just light a doom candle. A doom candle, you mean like, I don't know. Are you talking about like these? Like this? Kind of a doom candle? I don't know what you mean. Hey Blue, how long should I wait for the results of the strip and remove? It'll start, like, I don't even know. It's out there. I put it in the fire ant hill. It'll start whenever it's gonna start. it'll start picking away little things here and there, and then it'll just grow. And I have no idea. Some people it happens really fast. Some people it'll pick little things away, little, until they're just like, ah, you know. Some people it makes them go crazy. One guy is losing his eye, literally. Another guy is getting ready to have. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm back on poppets. That's a poppet. But I've had a couple of people end up in the hospital from the fire ant hill curse. So, um, just to expose and remove things that didn't belong there. You seem to be breaking up a bit. No way. Basically, yeah. The strip and remove goes in the fire ant hill usually because the ants strip and remove everything off of them, and so it's a strip and remove fire ant hill curse. Hmm. Yeah, the strip and remove is very serious, but the ants do a great job. Even people who okay, so I didn't know this, but apparently, um, Kelly told me that her dad, when he goes hunting or whatever, and he wants to clean off the antlers or the horns or whatever, I don't know. He sticks them in the fire ants to strip and remove everything off of the bone. You know, I never knew that, but that's awesome. So the ants do a great job. But yes, it's the same. Well, whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I feel a lot of energy, like a lot, haha. Still crying every morning from it. Hi, Red. Do you do healing spells for people blue? I do. Um, I'm not crazy about doing healing spells, but I do them occasionally. Not a lot because healing spells require a lot of energy from me, and yeah, it depends on what kind of healing spell you need. Like if it's just a basic, you know, like addiction kind of thing, then I have a really good thing for that. But the only that it just depends on what it's going to take to heal you from it. I mean, it just depends on what you have, what it is that you need healing from. But healing spells take a lot of energy from me, and I have a really powerful healing spell that I would have to be with the person while it's happening, and um but I can't do that one yet. I'm not ready for that one. That one's just too much for me to handle right now. But someday I'll be doing more serious ones, but not right now. I'm not even close to being there yet. Maybe this time next year. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit, but I have a really good primal way to do that, but I'm not ready yet. Mm-mm. Nope. I wouldn't mind practicing it on somebody, but I try to get one of my friends to do it on their parent just so that I could get the data. He's like, no, come on, try it. Let's try it. Use them for a guinea pig. Can you talk about the protection spell for a second? Sure. Is it normal that the results impact on the life of the cursed one? We'll find a way to the witch that did the casting, even if the person is banished and there is no contact with them. I don't know what you're at. I don't get it. Like, are you saying, is it, will it come back on me? Is that what you're saying? I remember to never make you mad at me. That's a great idea, Witchy Mom. I don't get mad easy, but when I get mad, I get mad. That is awesome. Your gifts are such a blessing to us. Blue. Thank you, Nicole. I think that's what you're asking. Are you asking if it'll go back on the witch? It depends on who you're on. A lot of things. Are you casting on another witch? Is that other witch have more powers than you? Are you talking about me in general? Not a witch. Okay, Red. I'm not sure. I'm trying to read between the lines, but it's hard. You can be direct. I'm cool with that. I don't know. Are you asking about like karma? Are you asking if somebody does a reversal? But it depends. There's a lot of factors. Okay. Um, if I cast a spell on somebody and then they go to another witch and they do a reversal, it will not come back on me. It won't go back on my client. We're covered. Like, I'm covered. They would try to put it back on me because I'm the caster. But it won't go. It won't be allowed. You know, it won't be allowed. It'll just it'll probably go back to them, on blast. Hi, Reds. Reds. Okay, wait, let me see. Is that what you mean, doll? I don't know. Good night. Okay, what if someone was already bound? Can they be put in a puppet? Yes. Of course. Do you only give blood offerings when casting? No. I do it all the time. I do blood offerings to them all the time. Protection spells. Thank you, Optimus Prime. Okay, so protection spells with the trident. So Billy L gave me this casting. I didn't dream it up or didn't fall out of the sky and hit me. He's the one who I was working with him. I was in possession with him, and then something happened. Who was it? It was some kids. It was one of my clients from a couple years ago, and she and her son or somebody was being cursed by a step aunt who was married in and then left or something like that. And she was going to a witch and having them cursed. And it was really making him nervous, and he was having night terrors, and he wasn't feeling well, and he was having a really hard time at school, and she was having all kinds of problems, like with her marriage and blah blah blah. Her whole life was falling apart. And so I was in possession with Billy out, and anyways, he gave me this spell to put them in. He said, put them in the shell. And I was like, put them in a shell, because I had done protection spells before where I put the whole family in those giant snail shells. But he said, no, in the tortoise, put them in the tortoise. And I was like, okay. And so I remembered that down the street, in that little town next to mine, they had a whole basket of tortoise shells. And I said, in those? And he said, yes. And so I bought a bunch of them. And then he said, you have to write, it's sacred. So you you have to get a white, cloth, a white cotton, clean, can't ever been used or washed or any, brand new, um, a handkerchief. And then I put, well, I used to just use Billy L sigil, but now I do the full trident. I put Achates first because she's always first. Then I put, um, the client's picture, and then I sprinkle around you and on you. He gave me a potion, a protection, herbs, and some indigo powder, and just a whole beautiful little mix of things that I use, and I sprinkle that over you and around you, and then I fold it over one time, and then then I put Lucifer, and then I fold it over again, and then I do this, and then I put Billy L there. Okay. And then of course, during that time, I'm also adding my blood to every sigil that I use. Then I fold it up nicely. I put it in the turtle shell, and then I do a protection candle with all the herbs that I use, and then the tortoise shells stay in Belial's altar. I have a whole drawer full of them, and that's where they all stay, and that's where they'll always stay. I won't ever give them to anyone. They will always be with him. And if I ever have to bury them or something like that, then he'll have to tell me where, and then they will be buried with his sigil for protection. I mean, I could do that, but I like to keep him in his altar. And so that's what I do. And that's what they are. And then you have protection of the trident. Like they'll all protect you, like spiritually. For the bath. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I have a video. It's my personal um, bath cleansing video that I tell you how to use it. I like my clients to, um, when I'm doing that, while I'm casting that spell on you, that protection on you, and breaking everything off of you. Belial will take everything off of you. It's not allowed to be there, then it'll be removed. But so with the bath, you need to have hyssop, rue, and I like you to use the Himalayan salt. It's the pink salt, the orangey pink salt. And then you're gonna take, like, I don't know, like 2/3 cup of each, like a little cup, like, I don't know, you just put a couple of spoons, of each. I just like grab it and put it in there like this. So I mix it all up. I have a whole different way of doing it. I do mine in a coffee pot. I have a special coffee maker I made just for that. And then I put the paper filter in there because I have the other filter, but I like the paper one. It's easier to clean. But so I put it in there. Yeah, you can brew it in a giant pot. However you want to do it, whatever works for you is fine. I use a coffee maker. It's easier, and because I have to do it often. But so I put the paper in there, and I put crystals in there, and then I put the herbs on top of the crystals, and then I'll make like 2 pots out of the same thing, and then I pour it in the bath. And if you want to put bubbles in there, then put bubbles in there. It's fine. But you have to submerge yourself, 3, 7, or 13 times. I'm great, Diana. Hi, how are you? If you're going to do it in a big pot, that's awesome. Do it that way, but you have to strain it. So you'll have to get one of those little wire strainer things for the herbs, and then you'll have to pour it through that, so that you don't want that in your bathtub or you'll clog your drain, obviously. So that's how you do it. But you totally submerge yourself, and then you have 3 candles lit on the edge of your bathtub. If you don't have an edge of your bathtub to put in there, if you have like one of those metal things or whatever, put it on the floor in front of your tub. Just get little tea lights, 3 of them. And then when you step in, you have your tea lights lit, you step across the flame, you do your bath, and then you step out. There you go. Whatever works. So, hi Nancy. How are you? But yeah, so that's what I do. That's how you do it. And you don't dry off. You just get out of the tub, put your robe on, and go and drip dry. No drying off with towels. And everybody wants to know why, and I don't know why. You just don't do it. They don't like it. It's a no. It's a no-no. That's why. I don't know. I've been told like 4 or 5 different reasons, and I just don't worry about it. I just don't do it. Just put my robe on and go curl up in my bed and go to sleep. And then the next day when I get up, I hop in the shower and wash it all off of me and start all over. Just go on with my day. That's it. That's all you do. But I like you guys to do it. Well, usually I'll say within 24 hours of my casting. But some people, good night, DMA. Some people really need to do it during the exact same time, simultaneously. It's a good idea. Really, it is. And, yeah, if you think you're being cursed, then you probably are. Wishing I had privacy to do spells or money for that matter. Sucks being broke and homeless. I'm sorry, Nancy, that does suck. That's not fun. I've had a feeling for a few years. Talking to you. Cool. I almost think it was caused by my breakup. Well, yeah, you just never know. It surprises me. I'm always surprised when I find out, like, when I feel like I'm being cursed, I'm always surprised by who's doing it. It is never like, I'm just like, really? And it's usually it's by one of your best friends or someone that you trust and love, and it's just heartbreaking, and you're just shocked. You're just like, wow. I thought we were best friends. I thought you loved me. And they think they're doing you this great favor by doing a breakup spell because they don't like your girlfriend or they don't like your boyfriend. And so then they like curse you and do a breakup spell because they think that that person's bad for you in some way. And instead of trusting you to make that decision for yourself, they take it upon themselves. How do you find out if you're cursed? I do candle readings, and then I call your ancestors to come and tell me. And yeah, that's how you find out for sure. But you could tell, you could feel it. It makes you feel kind of anxious, gives you anxiety. Good night. Good night, Witchy Mom. You could feel it. You're always struggling. Every time you try to succeed, you'll always fail, or everything will. My light's just weird. Oh, I have a funny thing that I could share with you guys. So I finally found a maid, right? I've been looking for like, I don't know, 2 years now, a year. It's really hard for me to find someone that will, help me because, or work for me because my house is so haunted. And so it's a pain in the ass. But so I finally found, a girl who's not afraid of spirits and stuff like that. And so she's been coming. I think she's probably come like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now. But she called me yesterday freaking out. And well, she was there earlier, and then anyways, she called me from her house. She was freaking out, and I said, what's going on? And she's like, okay, so I always, when she comes in the door, she always hangs her keys on her hook because she has kids, and so the hook's up high, so the kids can't get the keys. Her kids are little, like 3 or whatever, and so they're always up high on the hook by the door, and so she doesn't lose them because she doesn't like carry a purse or anything like that. So she puts her keys up there. Anyways, so her kids weren't there or something, and so she had to go to get them. So she was going to get her keys, and then her keys were gone. And so she's like, "Oh, I didn't put my keys on the hook. That's weird." And so she's looking all over for her keys, and she can't find them, and she's like, "What the hell? Where's my fucking keys?" And she was freaking out. And so then she started, okay, somebody's fucking with me. Um, and so then she started yelling at, no one's there with her, but she started yelling, "Where's my keys?" And so she went in the kitchen, and she had like a bowl of, in a cake pan and a bowl sitting there, that were filled with water, like soaking or whatever. And she dumped the water out of the bowl, and her keys were in the bowl of water. So she was like, "Fuck!" It's one of those electronic keys. And so she like dried it up, and then she was like yelling at the spirits. She's like, "That's it. I'm gonna call and tell Blue," and then her phone wouldn't work. So she put her key, she dried it off, and then she hung it back on the hook. And then finally she got a hold of me, and then I told her, they're just letting you know that they're watching you or whatever, because they just wanted her to know that they could reach her outside of the house if they want to. And so they are very protective. I can't help it. So, anyways, so then I told her, let me know if anything happens, and I'll come over and do a cleansing or whatever. So, so then she calls me back, and she's like, "You won't believe this." She's like, "So I went back to check my key to see if how it dried out or whatever, and it was gone again." And she goes, "And I know I put it on that fucking hook." And I was just like, "Well, hmm." And she's like, "So I was yelling at the spirits again, telling them, okay, they made their point, very funny." She goes, "I told them that I told them that I loved the house, and I loved you, and I loved them, and I wasn't going to do anything to disrespect you guys." And I told him all this stuff, and I asked him, "Now please give me back my key." And she said they told her it was under the bed. And she was like, "Under the bed? How did it get under the bed?" So she said she was like running around the house looking under everyone's bed, and she found it under her son's bed. And so when she came over, I like, cleansed her with, smoke and stuff, and told them to be nice to her. Be nice to her, you guys. But yeah, so it was funny. Poor maid. Okay, let me see. What did I miss? Well, I'm happy I'm doing this now because I would have hated to do it after I started doing spells for myself. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense, huh? So I only have one witch friend beside you, so I think I know. I don't even want a candle reading because if my gut is right, it will break my heart. It always does. It's very sad. It's shocking. That's why I said just to do it. Yeah. Yeah, no point in doing something we already know the answer to. Mm-hmm. Yep. I let the gods deal with people. I don't do witch wars. I know. Was it hard to get a maid because they find out you worship Satan? You mean Lucifer? No. It's she knows who I am. She knows I'm a well, probably, maybe. I don't know. I just no, it's because my house is haunted, and my last maid, they would like, touch her butt, things like that when she's hanging it, working in the closet, doing, laundry and things like that. They would always like, touch her butt, things like that. And if she put something on the counter and they would go and knock it back down, she'd be like, I've picked this up 3 times. And every time I turn around to walk away, they knock it back down. I was like, well, put it in a different place. It doesn't go there. Yeah. So, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm scary. I'm a scary person. And I mean, I'm totally not scary. But people are, um, intimidated by the energies and stuff. And they know who I am. So, it's not, they know that, you know, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you be scared? So it's hard to find help for witches to find help. Satan is a Christian term, and Lucifer is his name. So Satan's like slander. It's like you were born with the name of Nancy, but it's like calling you a bitch. You know, so it's a slanderous name. I mean, people use it all the time, but really his name is Lucifer. It it's an it's yeah. Yeah, you don't want to disrespect him. I don't. I don't call him Satan. I call him Lucifer. I call him Father or handsome or my love or something like that. But I don't call him that. And I don't call him a devil. And I don't call him. I don't. Those are not. I know that um, um, people have turned that word into given it different meanings and different things like that. But in my practice, in my craft, in my beliefs, in the primal current, we call him Lucifer. And someone else's religion, they might call him Satan. They might call him, I don't know, whatever. But I call him, in the primal current, we call him Lucifer. Because that's his name. Um, and to me, that's what that's like doing. But it might not mean that for someone else. So, you know, it depends on where you're at. And like I said, some other religions might call him that, but I do not. It's okay. It's all good. We all like society has put so many different beliefs in and thoughts and whatever false information. We've been born into false information, and so it's really hard to weed it out, and it's difficult. It's hard. You gotta like relearn everything, you know and so it can be difficult relearning everything that you think will really you don't know shit. I'm learning that I don't know shit all the time. I think and then as soon as I think, okay, I got this, I'm no. Nope. I don't got nothing. I'm just taking one step at a time. His name means light, light bearer in Hebrew. Yes. He's not, you couldn't possibly upset him. Yes, and that is true. He is the light bringer because let me tell you, he sheds the light on everybody. Um, I love that about him, and it can be really difficult sometimes in your life when you're working with him, and then all of a sudden he starts exposing everything, and then you have to deal with it. And you're just like, oh, did I have to know that? I was really happy with that the way it was. And it's like, no, because it's a lie. And so no, you can't keep it that way. I'm like, okay, let's clean it out. Get rid of it. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's like, um, yeah, he sheds a light on everything. So I like to work with him when I do like expose the truth spells. Yes. I don't want to be that client, but after the protection spell, when we do the love spell, we'll give it we can give it a few days. We'll give it. Um, well, I think I'm gonna do all the protections on like Thursday. Well, I have one that I have to wait till next week because of specific reasons, but um, to accommodate a client. But I think I have like three of them that I'm gonna do on Thursday. But I would wait until, give it a few days, let everything get broke off of you, give your body a chance to adjust to the new energy, to the cleansing, and then we'll do that. You know, is probably what's best for your physical body. Um, I know that people, when you're casting, your body starts thriving on that energy and you just want to keep casting and casting, but you're not really giving yourself time to adjust. And um and so it's good to like, I would just wait, like, and then do it like the next week on love night. We'll do it like on Wednesday, and that'll give your body time to adjust to the cleanness, to the cleansing, and let everything kind of, the dust kind of settle, and then we'll start on that, and um, I think it'll stick to you really good. I think it'll be okay. It'll be fine. And they know, like they know. Yeah, and that's not on you. So that's irrelevant to you. Um, but the love spell is on you. And so that's why I say we should wait until the Wednesday, because you want to, like I said, you want to give it time. Protection spell isn't part of the love spell process. No, it's different. Completely different. Nope. Mm-mm. Love is love. It's tying you to someone else. It's making them think of you all the time. It's making them have feelings about you. It's putting thoughts in their little mind, and making them have dreams, and making them, do all that. Protection is protection. It's keeping negativity off of you, keeping and breaking curses off of you. It's When things try to come at you and attach to you, it can't. That kind of thing. Well, if you've been cursed, then you know you need a protection spell to keep things off of you. Um, and not everybody needs one. I mean, it depends, you know. Like when you're working with, if you're a medium, let's just say that. If you're a medium and you're working with spirits and ghosts all the time and they're always attaching themselves to you, and uh, you have friends who are witches that are casting on you, or you're a witch and you're casting on people and you don't have the proper protection in place, there's all kinds of reasons that you would need a protection to be put in a protection spell. Um, Lots of reasons. And so it just depends, you know. It's crazy, I know. I mean, years ago, before I went through all this, it never would have occurred to me that I would need to put protection around myself and my family. Well, that's not true. I still kind of did it, but in a different way. You know, you just know. You could feel it, that negativity getting on you, or someone at work is always slandering your name, or all kinds of things, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Can a spirit? Yes, a spirit can make you sick. Absolutely. Yeah, a spirit can make you sick. It can attach it. It can attach to you and drain you, and it could put like if it was sick, like when it died or whatever, and it was sick all the time, and you're around that all the time, then it can attach to you, and then you could feel, if you're sensitive, you know, then you'll feel that sickness all the time. Or if you're around people that are sick all the time and you're sensitive, then you're going to feel that. You're going to feel all that suffering. If you're sensitive and you're around people that are depressed all the time, then you're going to feel their depression. If you're sensitive and you're around people all the time who are angry, or whatever, you're going to feel it. And so you have to learn to meditate and block that stuff and get it off of you. But as far as spirits go, you need protection. You need to be able to protect yourself against that, especially if it's lower level vibrations. I know some people will work with lower level vibrations because um, they watch stuff on YouTube, and they were like, "Oh, let's work with this one and that one and try to get this and that to make their lives better." And then it ended up, messing with them. And so then they need to have that broken off of them and have protection put on them so that it doesn't come back on them again. There's all kinds of reasons that you would need that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should email me. Maybe we could put her in with you and put her in the protection. I have to do that with another client too. I have a lot of families in there actually. Um Usually I do them separately, but sometimes it just depends. Something just literally clicked in my head. When I falling out with someone I was working with. I began having stomach and intestine problems around that time. And I've been so sick ever since. And I keep seeing a specialist. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. The woman died in the house and I slept in the bed. Oh my gosh. Get rid of the bed for starters. Cleanse your house. Pass her on. Do a banishing ritual. Yeah. I would stop that. Yeah, get a new bed. Everything went wrong. I lost my job, etc. Yeah. Well, she's probably really pissed off at you. I would never sleep in the same bed with a dead woman. Me neither. No. No, but I gotta get off here, you guys. I've been on for an hour and 16 minutes. But yeah, for you, sweetie, I would say get rid of the bed first. Then you need to get some cleansing herbs and floor wash. You know, I have videos on how to prepare that stuff. You could watch them. And then cleanse the floors with the floor wash. Sweep, let it sit for like an hour. Sweep it all up. And then do the smoke start from the back of the house, work your way through everything out of the house. And if that doesn't get rid of her, then I would do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram and banish her. All right, I'm out. I gotta get busy. I got a lot of work to do this week. Oodles of it. Ekate just blessed me with all of you and your beautiful castings, and I'm so excited and I can't wait. And I will talk to you guys later. See you tomorrow. Peace out.